guys, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to my journey. Today's video is a little bit different than the usual. My wonderful sister-in-law Darlene from A Peek Inside did this tag, and I haven't done a tag in forever. It really feels like forever. And I thought I saw this, I was like, hey, I'm gonna do it. So there are 43 questions. So let's just jump right in and get through them. And if I'm looking off to the side, because I'm looking at the questions. Question number 1, do you go by a nickname? Jen, usually. JJ from certain family members. And my husband calls me Boo, and I call him Yogi. So, yes. When driving, do you listen to CDs, tapes, the radio, or nothing? Well, I don't remember the last time I saw a tape deck in a car. Usually just the radio. Very seldom will we listen to CDs. And if we're both in the car, sometimes nothing, because we're actually conversing and talking. But yeah, usually just the radio. Are you a window person or an aisle person? I am a window person, for sure. I've been both. Like, I've been in the on the window side and the aisle, and I hate the aisle. I hate it because if somebody gets up and has to go by you, then you're having to move around. If the tray comes down, it's gonna bang you in the arm and leave a nasty bruise. I like the window because I love to see, it's amazing to me when you see out the window, you see all these clouds, and you're actually on top of the clouds, and yeah, so definitely window. How do you relieve stress? Well, I'm working on that. I do deep breathing exercises. I'm starting to walk more consistently, and I find walking can really just clear my head. Like, I'll just put on my music, put in the ear things, and off I go. And, you know, I find that I can just kind of focus. You know, I can not think of the negative, I'm thinking of the positive. I don't know. That's what I do. I mean, I'm under stress all the time anyway, but that's what I help to relieve it a little bit. What's your favorite childhood TV show? Oh dear, we have a lot. Gem and the Holograms was one of them. I loved a show called Today's Special. I'm fairly confident that's a Canadian show. It was basically about a mannequin that lived in a store, like a department store, and he came to life at night, and then there's all these fun things going on. When you explain it, it doesn't sound all that good, but I loved it as a child. I actually loved the man that played the mannequin. I don't know if he even had a name, I can't remember. He actually starred in the Phantom of the Opera, and I was able to go see it with him as the Phantom. So I really enjoyed that. And I totally just rambled there, I'm sorry. When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? Well, when I was little, I wanted to be a lawyer. And my dad was like, okay, that works for me. And I probably would be if I didn't have the whole fear of talking in public and stuff like that. Later on, when I was, a more realistic age, I wanted to write. I wanted to be a writer, a journalist. Yeah. What was the best prank you ever pulled off? I'm going to be honest, I don't think I ever pulled one off successfully. My dad loved doing pranks. He, like, every April 1st, he would do something to me. It didn't even have to be April 1st. He would just do something to drive me crazy. And I remember once, he had purchased a lottery ticket. And he's like, here, come check out the numbers. I'm like, okay. I said it was like 7 or 8. So as they're announcing the numbers are on our ticket. So I said to my dad, I'm like, these are on the ticket. We just won the lottery. Like, I literally was screaming. I was running through the house. My mom was laughing her butt off. My dad started laughing. I'm like, why are you laughing? We're millionaires. We're going to be rich. Well, it turns out my dad actually recorded the lottery show from the previous day, got the lottery ticket with the winning numbers from yesterday, and then made me watch. I thought I was watching that when I thought it was live, and I thought we won millions, and we won nothing. That's one that really sticks out in my head. Obviously not one I pulled, but one my dad pulled very successfully too. If you could have dinner with any 3 people, whom would you choose? My mom, my dad, and probably my grandma Harrison. My dad's been gone for 19 years this November, so obviously I'd love to have dinner with him. My mom, because she's my mom and I miss her so much, and my grandma Harrison, because there's so many unanswered questions that she could potentially answer, and she's been gone a really, really long time. I was 9 when she passed away, so yeah, I would love to see her again. If you could get back any article of clothing you once wore, what would it be? I had this wraparound skirt that I just loved. I bought it right after I graduated high school, and I wore it as much as I could. I loved it. And this thing, when I think back, it was like green leaves. It was like a Hawaiian type thing, but I just loved it. I remember after graduating high school, I actually went to, I took the train to see my brother and sister-in-law and their brand new baby, Sarah, who's now in university. Gives you an idea how far or long ago this was. I went to visit them, and I remember wearing that like constantly. It was just ridiculous. Darlene, if you're watching, do you remember? Because I do. I wouldn't wear it now, but I do miss it. Weird. If you could hire any actor to portray you in a movie, who would you choose? Well, I mean, there's lots I'd like to choose, but realistically, probably Melissa McCarthy, because she, one, she's awesome, she's hilarious, and, well, she was overweight. I know she's lost a lot of weight, but I think she'd be the closest to me. If you could play any instrument, which would you choose to play? Piano. I played piano when I was younger. I loved it. But when we moved to an apartment, when my dad got sick, we couldn't bring him with us. So that's kind of when my piano days ended. But I would do anything to, restart that. And I used to love playing. Let's see. If you could hear anyone in history give a speech, whom would you hear? I don't know. I can't think of anyone. I really can't think of anyone. I'll keep it in mind and we might come back to it. If you could live in one city for the rest of your life, where would you live? I would live anywhere that my husband was. Realistically, I would probably live in London my entire life. We briefly, when my mom passed, we briefly thought of moving closer to my brother and sister-in-law and their family. It didn't end up happening. In some ways, I kind of wish it had happened, but it didn't, and I was too chicken, and it didn't happen. So if we were to make a big move, that's probably how we would do it. But yeah, there's so many unknowns there. So yeah, probably I'll be in London here, Ontario. If you could make any fictional character come to life, which would it be? Pacey Witter. Yep, that's all I'm gonna say. When you were a kid, what did you dress up as for Halloween? Um, Either my first or second Halloween, I think I was a mouse. I was a bear, a clown, a bride. I was usually things that my mom could make. So when I was a bear, she made me an outfit or a costume out of some old fuzzy seat covers we had from the car. Yep. Clown, obviously that was easy enough. I was a witch once. I was a bride, and I actually wore her wedding dress from her first wedding, and she cut it to like fit me lengthwise. So I was a bride. Yeah, stuff like that. Have you ever stolen? Oh, sorry. Do you take the shampoo and conditioner bottles from hotels? No. Have you stolen a street sign before? No. Do you sleep with your sheets tucked in or out? Out. I actually just realized I missed one. Do you sleep with your closet doors open or closed? I don't have a door on my closet, so I'm going to say open, but if I had a door, I'd make sure it's closed. Would you rather be attacked by a big bear or a swarm of bees? It's a really hard one. That's like one of those questions from that game, would you rather? I really, really, really don't like bees. I would say a big bear just because, I don't know. I figure either way I'm going to die. At least let it be quick. Maybe that's a bad way of looking at it. I don't know. Do you always smile for pictures? I try to. Have you peed in the woods? Of course. I'm a Canadian girl. It's like, you just, everyone here has peed in the woods. If you haven't, I don't know what to say. But yes. What size is your bed? We have a queen size. What's the best concert you ever attended? Backstreet Boys. Actually, it'd probably be the NKOTBSB concert, which is the New Kids on the Block and the Backstreet Boys together. That was probably one of the best. What is your song of the week? My song of the week is the fight song. I have been listening to that over and over again. It just describes exactly what I'm going through and how I want to take back control of my life, and yeah. Do you still watch cartoons? Yes and no. When we had the kids coming over, of course, we watch them all the time. If it's just me and Dan, no, we don't typically watch cartoons. When was the last time you wrote a letter to someone on paper? 2 days ago. How many languages do you speak? 1. We're not all bilingual up here. I can't speak much French. When I was working in the call center, they taught us, oh my goodness, what was it? They taught us one line in French if we ever got French calls. Je ne parle le français. See? I'm not any good at it. I know a little bit of French, not enough to make me survive in France or anything, but a tiny bit, but nothing to get excited about. Do you believe in ghosts? Yes. Well, ghosts, spirits more so, I guess. Like, I don't know that I believe, there's random ghosts walking around my apartment, but I do believe that there's spirits and, especially ones you love, that are still with you. What was your first concert? A Backstreet Boys concert. I was 17. Cheetos or Fritos? Fritos. Can you curl your tongue? No. Everyone is spelling bee? No. Do you own a record player? No. Who would you like to see in concert? Well, the Backstreet Boys, New Kids on the Block, Garth Brooks, Blake Shelton, any of those people. Sugar cookies or snickerdoodles? I'm gonna say sugar cookies because I'm not really sure what a snickerdoodle is. And I know I love sugar cookies. Can you swim well? Not really. I can swim a little bit well. Are you patient? Nope. Working on it. DJ or band at a wedding? DJ, for sure. Ever won a contest? Not that I can remember. Not that I can remember. Do you have kids? No. Do you want kids? Yes. I can't have kids. If you're a follower of my channel, you know that. Yeah, it's not in the cards. That's it. That's the last question. So, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm not going to tag anyone in particular, but if you want to do this tag, then do it. Make sure you tag me in your videos so that I can come see it, because I love watching tag videos. I want to thank my sister-in-law Darlene for doing this, and I will link her below. She's from Peek Inside. And yeah, so thank you for watching. If you liked it, thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and you liked it, thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.